Welcome to Chapter 2 in our Lego Fortnite Ultimate Survival Guide video series. In this video, we're going to explore the dry valley and lava caves, and also level up our grasslands village to level 7, upgrade the workbench to full epic status, plus craft the glider and grapple to make travel much easier. In the first chapter, I covered the grasslands and lots of basics like setting up your first village and exploring your first cave. If you're just getting started, you should definitely check out that video for a lot of great tips. The dry valley is hot, and the lava caves are even hotter. The one item you'll be wanting is snowberries, and hopefully you found a few along the way and saved them, plus any snowberry shakes you found. You're going to especially need them for the lava caves. I built a grain mill and used the snowberries I had to make more seeds to plant and make more berries. It's a slow process, but one we can work on as we gather other items for our upgrades. At the end of our last video, we had our grasslands village to level 3, and for my next upgrade I need knotroot, but I also need to get my village rating up, which increases as I craft more items, buildings, and workstations. I cleared out most of my backpack and spent some time collecting more wood, but also collecting wool from the sheep by hitting nearby vines and letting them eat the vines so they would give me more wool. Just keep feeding them and they'll keep rewarding you. This trick also works with the cows for milk and chickens for eggs. I built the log shed for 60 wood, which gave me enough points to upgrade my village to level 4, and also gives me a little more room for a few indoor beds. I assigned my villager to 1 and myself to 1, and then cleared the beds from the old shed outside. This gave me enough points to make the level 4 village upgrade. I checked to see what I needed for level 5 and started prepping the materials. I crafted a stone breaker in the old shed, which also gave me some needed village points. I put it to use making marble slab that I'll need for my next bench upgrade. I then built the log cabin for 83 wood, and that gave me enough points for my level 5 village upgrade. Our workbench is at uncommon, and we want to upgrade it to rare so we can craft better weapons and tools. But we're going to need knotroot rod, marble, sand shells, and sand claws for that. It's time to head to the dry valley to defeat some sand rollers and sand wolves. You're also going to need some amber soon, so gear up with a sword or two and a pickaxe of at least uncommon level. For now, you don't need to go into the caves. We'll cover that in a few minutes. You'll get hot in midday and cold at night, but neither will knock you out quickly, and food will recover your hearts. If you found any snowberries or snowberry shakes, you really should save those for the lava caves we're heading to soon. Sometimes the sand rollers and sand wolves can be tough to find, and other times they seem to be everywhere. They're just like the Grass Valley versions, but take a few more hits to defeat. Just juke and slash rapidly, and use your shield to block. If you run away a bit, that will get your helper involved, and while the creatures focus on them, you can attack from the back or side and avoid being hit. You can also use your shield to block. Later in your adventure, you're going to want to find caves more often to grab valuable resources, and sometimes they won't mark on the map until you go inside and come back out, and other times they won't mark at all. We're hoping this glitch gets repaired soon, but you can also use your markers to keep track of them as you're exploring. Grabbing spicy peppers will give you the spicy burger recipe, and you're going to find them very useful for the Frostlands. And you're bound to see plenty of spicy peppers as you're searching for sand shells and sand claws. Amber is on the sides of the tall structures, and sometimes you'll need to build stairs or blocks to reach them, but you can also find some near the bottom. Once your backpack is full, head back to the village and upgrade your workbench to rare. You'll now be able to craft a better forest axe, and a pickaxe once you grab some flexwood from the dry valley, plus a better health charm to add a few hearts. You should also be able to craft a cool-headed charm now, with silk thread, sand shells, and marble. This will make exploring the lava caves much safer, and make the heat of the dry valley days not affect you. You should now be able to upgrade your village to level 6, then prepare for level 7 by increasing your village score. I built the Pleasant Pavilion. This is still one of my favorite buildings for setting up all your workstations. I've built villages where I've had 3 of these, one for food, one for wood, stone, and fabrics, and one for metals and enhancing weapons. For now I'm just building one and crafting the gem cutter station into one corner. Remember, at any time you can move your stations by punching them to get all your mats back, then rebuilding them elsewhere. I moved the spinning wheel into another corner, and then I made a juicer station across from it. Go back to the dry valley and stock up on some flexwood, otherwise known as cactus. It's everywhere, but the patches like these are great for grabbing a lot at once. When your backpack is full of flexwood and other items, head back to your village and start making flexwood rods so you can craft a rare pickaxe. You'll need that for the lava caves. Build a loom station so you can make fabric. I also built an essence table, which I won't use for a while, but I have the materials and it adds to my village points. And now you're ready for what is the most pivotal moment in Lego Fortnite for me so far, getting the glider. You're finally going to be able to get around a lot better, especially in the dry valley. You'll need flexwood rod plus 4 wool fabric from the sheep's wool spun into wool thread, and 6 silk fabric from the spider's webs spun into silk thread. There is one major rule with the glider. If you have no stamina, you won't glide. So jumping off a high mountain after sprinting from enemies is a horrible time to find out your glider isn't going to open. You also want to land before your stamina wears out. As I'm approaching the spout, I stop running to let my stamina rebuild so I'm ready to fly before any enemies approach. You can also fly over other spouts to shoot higher into the sky, but keep an eye on your stamina bar and be sure not to drop too hard onto the ground. There's a trick people have been using to extend their stamina while gliding, by swinging the pickaxe while gliding, canceling the swing, then swinging again. Repeatedly doing this will extend your flight by about half more, which can be useful for traveling long distances. I like to build launch towers around the map to help us travel faster to villages far away, but for now you can use a few around your village to give you a head start in any direction you'd like to go. We're heading to the lava caves, and it's a good idea to have an extra pickaxe because there's a lot of stone treasure inside, plus Brightcore, so you'll wear them out quickly. Once your first pickaxe breaks, you'll have that extra spot for another stack of treasures. The lava caves are a bit more challenging. First you have to face the heat. Your cool-headed charm helps, but you're still going to get hot without some extra help or equipping 2 of the charms together. Snowberries give you 2 minutes of cooling, but a snowberry shake gives you 10 minutes and only takes 2 snowberries to make. So use your juicer if you have one. Hopefully you've picked up some along the way in random chests in the wild. But if not, you'll need to make a run to the Frostlands area, and with some chili peppers from the Dry Valley or a couple of spicy burgers, you'll be able to stock up on those snowberries. If you make the juicer and grab some milk from the cows, you can make snowberry shakes. I usually use up 3 to 5 shakes each time I go to the lava caves. Skeletons are likely the first enemy you'll encounter inside the lava caves, but these are tougher skeletons. They take a few more hits, and some have dynamite. I like to let my helper jump in first so they're not focused on me, then wail away with your sword until they're beat. The most dangerous ones are the ones with dynamite, and you should rush after them first to take them out, and be sure to hop or dodge away from any dynamite they throw. Move slowly through the cave, and take each out one by one as much as possible so you don't get surrounded. You'll also find spiders, scorpions that explode if you defeat them, so hop away quickly, sand rollers, and the most prized possession currently available, the Blastcore. Blastcore looks like a small volcano, and you can sneak up on them, then swing away, and after about 5 or 6 hits with an uncommon sword, you'll receive a Blastcore to take back to your village. You'll also find these in chests sometimes. Never leave one behind. The lava looks deadly, but you can actually survive a quick hop over it, or even a few hops. Just get out as quickly as possible and stay out of the lava pits because you may not be able to hop out. The next most valuable thing you'll find in the lava caves is Brightcore. It's red and looks similar to copper, but it doesn't have the bluish tinge around it, and it glows. You'll want to mine as much of this as you can carry back to your village because it's basically the fuel of Lego Fortnite. Be sure to drop some flooring and build some ladders to also grab a stack of copper, a stack of ruby, and as much obsidian as you can reach. And if you still have time left from your snowberry shake, and you know your way out, grab more Brightcore. When your backpack is full, or you're out of ways to stay cool, head back to your village and unload. You survived! The lava caves seem scary at first, but they get easier as you go, and as your tools and weapons get stronger. I got distracted for a while pursuing my glider, but finally went back to upgrade my village to level 7, and we're basically ready for 8 when we get the materials prepped. You should also be able to find the items you need to craft a rare health charm to gain a heart or 2. You should have some amber, and granite slabs are easy to come by, so if you have an essence table, you can make your weapons and tools last a little longer by adding the essence of durability. I use it for all 3 slots. You can also add essence of damage and essence of health, but we feel like our weapons wearing out is what wears us out the most in this game. This is highly recommended for your epic weapons and tools because the resources to make the new ones are still in short supply. Next, you'll want to upgrade your crafting bench to epic. Go 25 obsidian in the stonebreaker to make slabs, and hopefully you've at least found a brute scale by now. If not, you'll need to go fight one. They shoot acid, so you need to dodge them and stay clear until it goes away. If you get close, he'll rush you and try to pound you into the ground, so use dodge and hopefully your helper can get some hits in too. The easiest strategy is to find a high hill nearby and use the crossbow to get shots at him. Trees are also helpful to block his acid shots and confuse him. As he gets weaker, he'll shoot 2 acid shots in a row, then 3. A few more hits and he'll be defeated, and you can grab his brute scale and head back to the village. Next, you need to make copper bars, and for that you need the Smelter station, which requires 3 Blastcores. You'll need to go explore lava caves until you find them. Be sure to search every chest because each cave usually has at least one hidden in a chest. Rush back to your village, craft a smelter, and start firing up those copper bars so you can upgrade your crafting bench one last time, at least until Fortnite Lego updates with higher levels. You should also be able to craft a Grappler, which is the second handiest mobility item in the game. You need blast powder, cord, and copper bar to make it happen. It's handy for moving around in caves, dodging enemies, and climbing high mountains. It starts with 30 shots, but there's an easy trick that's working at the time we're making this video, where you can put the grappler into any chest, then take it back out, and it will refresh with a full 30 shots. This even works in the cave chest, where we tend to use it most. Be sure to smelt some copper bars and get yourself a rare sword. That's it for this chapter, but we're off to the Frostlands next to explore the ice caves and face off against even tougher enemies, so please subscribe, hit like, and check out that video for more Lego Fortnite adventures.